If you've ever owned or been around a Shih Tzu, you know that they sleep a lot, right? However, they do have a couple of moments a day where they just get this 20 minutes of energy, and we have found Jimbo's 20 minutes of energy today. He is rather rambunctious this morning, which is a challenge for me, given his back legs don't work. So I'm going to give this a shot. You may hear him whine or grind. Or whine or complain. Just realize I'm doing the best I can. So first and foremost, know that this is our 7:30 a.m. daily financial news for Saturday, December 12th. We will be doing a live Q&A at 8 a.m. We will do that from my computer so I can interact with you and all of that good stuff. When I think about the daily financial news for this Saturday, December 12th, a couple of things jump out at me. First and foremost, I don't know if you saw this, but Oracle, headquartered in Redwood City, California, right in the heart of the Bay Area, has decided to move its HQ to Austin, Texas. This Cal exit, this headquarter moving, this YouTube entertainers, the rich Joe Rogans of the world, this is going to be a problem for California. California's wealthy have options. They're mobile. California's high-tech companies have options. They're mobile. And right now, the door is open. They are leaving. This is going to be a problem for the next several years. Ultimately, it will end with a cut in services and middle-class tax increases. It's just how the math works. So that's not good. So again, California is in trouble. One of the questions I have for our live Q&A here at 8 o'clock is, what's going to be the impact on Bay Area housing? You've heard me talk about San Francisco a bunch. In our live Q&A, I'm going to talk about the Bay Area because I think it does have implications. And, you know, when a Bay Area house averages over 7 figures, we're talking about pretty significant drops of potential. That's going to be a problem. Next up, it looks like Congress did what Congress does, and they wimped out. I was hoping they would have kept the compelling event of last Friday, or actually this morning at 12:01 a.m., and not used a 1-week continuing resolution. I would have liked them to feel the pressure. I think this 1-week reprieve does nothing except exacerbate hope by the people that need it. I would have much rather seen Congress work over the weekend as opposed to being, no, go home, come back. We'll do this next week. Very disappointing. Compelling events are important. They force negotiation. Think about locking the door and nobody can go to the restroom. It may be uncomfortable in the beginning, but it gets really uncomfortable after a couple of hours, and suddenly you can have agreement. So that's something. Next up, the Georgia election, these 2 Senate seats. It is likely going to go down as one of the most expensive elections ever. Again, he's being very rambunctious. I apologize. We'll try to make this a go. So it's going to be interesting to see how expensive these 2 seats are. It's very important, right? Do we get to a 50-50 tie and then the VP is a breaker or whatnot? So it's going to be important. It's going to really shape the next 4 years, I think. So, man, if you live in Georgia, get ready for some pressure, some ads. I can't imagine. Just like every commercial is going to be a political ad. I just couldn't imagine. FDA approved an emergency order for Pfizer vaccine. They came under a little bit of pressure given the UK had started vaccinating a week early. So no surprise there. Looks like 2.9 million, I was going to say vials, I guess doses have already started shipping within the first 24 hours. That's pretty impressive. I saw I saw a article for some think tank. And the think tank was proposing that in order to get back to our 2019 peak economy, we need $4.5 trillion in stimulus. Now, again, this is a think tank. This is not a political arm or anything. But when I read that article, I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Are we going to destroy the dollar and, create all this kind of inflation? Do we really need to get all the way back to 3.5% unemployment? Whatever happened to 6% being full employment, or 5.5 or 5? It's it's a very slippery slope these people are on, and man, for 4.5 trillion in stimulus, whew, that can't be good. As you know, Airbnb went public. I think it's pretty amazing that a company that owns nothing, Airbnb owns nothing, right? No physical assets. But now Airbnb is worth more than Marriott and the Hilton combined. I just think that's amazing. Just talk about the new economy. Pretty crazy. Another thing we're seeing is the K-shaped economy playing out. Household net worth hit a record, which is crazy, right? We're in the throes of a pandemic, a health crisis, but yet we have a household net worth of $123.5 trillion. If this does not scream K-shaped economy, whoop, hey, leave those wires alone. I don't know what does. If you own assets, either stocks or real estate, you are doing very well. If you are living paycheck to paycheck, renters, all of that, it's tough. And if there's ever been a reason to own one rental at a time, it's an environment like this. Again, ooh, ouch, Jimbo, stop it. Sorry, guys, like I told you, he's a little squirmy this morning, and if I don't pick him up, he whines because his back legs don't work, so I apologize. So again, 123.5 trillion is just amazing in this health crisis. Again, don't fight the Fed. A lot of that wealth is in the stock market. A lot of that is in ownership of real estate, but do you want to be on the bottom shape or the bottom or the top of the K? In America, you do have the choice, and you can move up if that is your desire. I go back to the whole notion of one rental at a time and just get to 4. I mean, if you can just get to 4, you learn your market, you focus, you live below your means, you can change your life. And based on the conversation I had with Rick from John Burns Real Estate Consulting on Thursday, I think it was, They're calling for national 8% increase in the video. Actually, I told them I think it's going to be 10. So again, these are all things, and more inventory is coming. That's the big deal for us. More inventory means more variance. More variance means better opportunities to make deals. So it's going to be interesting. Next week, actually on the 21st, Tesla gets added to the S&P 500. That will be interesting. Largest company ever added to the S&P. So that will be interesting to see how all of that works, and all the indices and all these people that are forced to buy it because now it's in the S&P 500. And then finally, there's a Fed meeting next week, and it will be interesting to see what they have to say. I want to know how blunt they're going to be, right? I imagine if a microphone wasn't in front of them, they'd be using 4-letter words saying, Congress, get off your butt, do something. We can't do it alone, blah, blah, blah. I wonder what they're going to say. I hope it's just to the point, and we'll see. So it's going to be interesting. So that's what I got for you today. Sorry for kind of a all over the place live. That's what happens when you do these live. My puppy is rather rambunctious this morning, so I apologize. But again, we will be talking about 21 minutes live Q&A. Got a bunch of questions. I will, of course, take more. You have a wonderful day, wonderful Saturday. Bye-bye.